Yeah, I had a, yeah. Yeah.
All right, Evan, whenever you're ready.
Right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for coming today. My name is Evan Ingoldsby, and I'm going to be talking about how 3D printing can be used as a tool for hands-on learning. In February of 2019, I bought my first 3D printer. It was an Ender 3 by Creality. It was around $200, which is pretty inexpensive for a 3D printer, but I was happy with it. It was everything I ever wanted at the time. Our very own engineering room also just acquired a new 3D printer. It's an Ultimaker 5, certainly a much more expensive model than mine, but extremely high quality. Now, when I say 3D printer, you're probably thinking, oh, it's that thing that extrudes plastic. And you'd be partially right. However, there's more to 3D printing than just plastic extrusion. That's actually just only one category of 3D printing, known as fused deposition modeling, or FDM. Another type of 3D printing is called stereolithography, or SLA, which prints in an ultraviolet resin. A third type is called SLS, or selective laser sintering, which is able to print metal parts. But I believe that FDM printing is the most well-suited method of 3D printing to support hands-on learning. This is for several reasons. First, FDM printers are relatively inexpensive when compared to the other two. FDM printers on average cost around $500, while SLA costs around $3,000 on average, and SLS can cost upwards of $11,000. FDM printers are affordable for schools, even if they have a limited budget. FDM printers are also the easiest to use. While FDM printers can get hot, all that's required to handle them correctly is some sort of print removal tool, like a paint scraper. SLA, on the other hand, requires the most post-processing to make the printed parts safe to handle, requiring gloves, rubbing alcohol, ultrasonic cleaner, and ultraviolet light. SLS is not as complex as SLA, but it still requires that you wear a gas mask, brush excess metal dust off the part, and finish it with a media blaster. So you can see why FDM printers are most appropriate for a classroom environment. To give you a little background, I attended a Montessori school up until 8th grade. Montessori education is all about hands-on learning, seeing and feeling physical representations of the subject you're studying. I really think that this approach has helped me understand and enjoy math to the degree that I do today. And I want to share that with other people who may not have had that experience. I think that FDM printers are a great way to help make printed materials for teachers to offer more hands-on learning opportunities for their students. So my senior project has been to use my 3D printer to create physical representations of certain calculus problems for the school math department, which will help calculus students understand the formulas better. Instead of trying to visualize them in their heads, or on a two-dimensional platform like a sheet of paper or a laptop screen, they will have access to a physical model of the problem that they can easily see from all angles. I've paired each 3D printed object with a custom slideshow explaining the sample equation for that object, as well as how to solve it. Now, I don't expect most of you to understand this, but here's an example of one of my slides. Those of you who have already taken Calculus 1 may recognize this as a solid of revolution problem. This is the associated 3D printed object with this slide. I actually have it with me. It's down there, so after the presentation, I invite you to come take a look at it. Maria Montessori, the founder of the Montessori method of education, once said, "The hand is the instrument of intelligence. Children need to manipulate objects and gain experience by touching and handling. What the hand does, the mind remembers." I believe that hands-on learning has helped me become who I am today. somebody who is enthusiastic about learning advanced mathematics and applying that knowledge in real-world situations as an engineer. I hope to pass on that enthusiasm to many other students as they strive to take higher order mathematics. And I think that FDM printing is a great tool for schools to help these students learn with a hands-on approach. Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? Yes?
How long did it take you to make each of the 3D models?
Each 3D model took me about an hour to make and about 5 hours to print. Yes?
Have you gotten any feedback from the students who have seen or used the model, and what did they say?
I have not gotten any feedback from students, but I have gotten feedback from the teachers, and they think that it will help the students very much. Yes?
Are these like available in our classrooms right now? Because I need calculus.
They will be very soon. Right now, they're in that box. Yeah, so after this, I will make these available to the calculus teachers. Yes?
How expensive is the plastic?
Plastic
Yeah.
is $20 a kilogram. So each one of those, which probably weighs about 5 to 10 grams, was around 10, 20 cents to make. Very inexpensive. Cost effective. Any other questions? All right, thank you all for coming today.